Yeah. So applets are small Java programs that are primarily used in internet computing. To test the knowledge of students or to confuse them, examiner normally asks. Uh, there may be a contradiction to this statement because among all your journal programs, I feel applet program is the biggest one. So biggest in the sense it is lengthiest. So when you define applets as small programs, last time I had seen examiner asking the student, you have defined, I mean asked, that definition was asked, what are applet programs? You say applets are small programs, but here you see it is such a lengthy program. So why is it so? Then you have to understand what do you mean by small is. If you consider real-time software, one program may goes to multiple thousands of lines and even to lakhs of lines. Actual real-time program. Fine. Compared to that, Java applets are smaller. Fine, as compared to that. Don't compare with your journal programs. Fine, which is smaller, factorial is smaller or applet is smaller, not like that. Clear? So that should be your answer. Second, students always tend to remember first part of the definition. So what are applets? They say applets are small Java programs. That is not important. What is important? In every definition or in every answer, remember the keywords. Many of the times I myself have experienced during valuation what happens when you go on valuating. You know, your 3 hours paper is valuated within 10 minutes. Actually, that should be the speed. That will be the speed. Of course, by the experience that even that will come that just by glancing, you'll understand what are the contents of the answer. Fine. But then again, in that, when sometimes paper is like sometimes they are not legible and then contents is like grammar forget, somehow you have to relate to the answer. What will make you survive is the keywords. So you have to search and emphasize on the keywords in every answer. So in case of applet, what is the most important word here? First of all, of course, Java programs. Second, they are used for internet computing. Your normal programs are called as applications. Java normal programs, so far whatever you studied, those are not applets, are called as applications. And those which can be transferred over internet. Transferred in the sense you may say, Arey, I made Java program to my friend. So it is like I have transmitted it through internet, over internet, isn't it? It's not like that. The meaning of internet computing is you can access something or which is there in the network, or you can transport something on the network through the program. Clear? So only applets are capable. But again, because applets are capable of transmitting over the internet, understanding the risk involved, the developers of Java have given limitations to applets. Because if the applets are same way capable or powerful as Java applications, they would be able to destroy anything and from anywhere, isn't it? That's why applets have limitations too. Clear? Now, everybody is got familiar with Java program structure. Other than see how Java should be written, public static void, main string, string capital, everything you have got used to. Fine. Now once it is firm, keep it aside. Because in applet now you're going to learn different syntax again. Clear? You are going to forget main now. There will be no more main method in applet. Clear? So let us see applet's introduction as well as a small applet program. Applets are interesting to execute because here is where through applet you will be introduced to Windows programming. You know there are two types of interfaces. Interface means what? The kind of what you can say environment through which user interacts. Now whatever Java programs you have been interacting, Java asks you to enter a number in black, that is called as command line interface, CLI. Whatever programs you are writing right now, they are in the CLI, command line interface. Whereas your Word, Excel, PowerPoint, all these are GUI. What do you mean by GUI? Graphical user interface. Graphical, the word itself tells that it involves a kind of window environment like this where you can use mouse, where these icons, pictures, colors will be involved. Clear? Now, is it that Java applications cannot be colorful or window based? They can be. There is a package called as AWT, which is a package AWT, which stands for Abstract Window Toolkit. Now, AWT is a package based on which you can prepare window-based Java programs. Very, very interesting package. Unfortunately, we can't involve uh, in the syllabus, of course. Uh, why? Because you have learned so many things in Java. Again, that will be a burden. But in advanced Java, you're going to start itself with that. Fine. You're going to start itself with AWT, but then you will be working parallelly on applets as well as applications. Clear? Now, why I'm giving all this background is Windows programming in Java is possible without applets also. With which package? AWT package. With applets, there will be no CLI. Applets are always purely window based. Applets are always purely window based. That's why for every applet program, you will be importing two packages. One package is applet. The name of the package itself is applet. And another package is AWT. Because without AWT or without window based, there cannot be applet. Applets are always window based. Clear? That's why you may find interesting to execute Java applets. Fine? Yeah. So let us start with the theoretical background. Applets are small Java programs that are primarily used in internet computing, which is the word of importance here, internet computing. So remember that. Fine. They can be transported over the internet from one computer to another and run using applet viewer or any web browser. You know how web pages are displayed? Where do you open web pages? In web browsers, either in Chrome or Internet Explorer, isn't it? So you need browser to view any web page. So all your applets are executed either in a simulated browser or the actual browser. Actual browser are your Chrome or what is that, Firefox, etc. Simulated browser which is available for you, which will give you a feel of browser, but no internet connection will be required. It's like a browser temporarily just to test your Java program's execution. It is given to you. What is that? Applet viewer. What is that? Applet. So applet viewer are simulated browsers, you can say. Clear? Yeah. So that supports Java. If they ask you for 2 marks, better to write this complete. Clear? Worst case, you can write only one line. Fine. But it is better. They are run using the applet viewer or any browser that supports Java. Fine. An applet, like any other application program, can perform what all applet can perform. It can perform arithmetic operations. It can display graphics, play sounds, accept user input, create animation, and play interactive games. Everything you can do using applet. Now, this is important again, exam point of view, how applets differ from applications. When they ask you to differentiate any question, if it is asked to compare or differentiate, always make 2 columns. Fine. If you write in essay, examiner will not have time to go through your essay and find. Of course, they do. But it is better always make it easy for examiner to evaluate. Fine. So here, first column title is application program. Second is applets. What is the first difference? Applications can be executed independently. They are executed at command line by java.exe. You are taught only command line interface right now. Even using IDEs like Eclipse and NetBeans, you can execute Java. It becomes very, very easy there. Fine. But next semester, we are going to have NetBeans only, not in your Ubuntu. Clear? Not in Genie. Now, first thing, applications program can be executed executed independently. Fine, IDs are not compulsory there. You can directly execute on terminal also, right? Whereas applets cannot be executed independently. They can only be executed inside Java compatible container such as browser or applet. Understood first difference? What is the first difference? Applications can be executed independently. Applets must be executed within a browser or applet. Clear? Second difference. Applications contain main, must contain, whereas applets do not contain main. Easy to remember. Third difference. Applications can perform read write to files in local system. Last chapter what we studied. We read from a desktop file, we wrote to a desktop file, isn't it? Fine. Whereas applets cannot perform read write to files in local system. Why it is given? Why this restriction? To provide security. Otherwise, any file could be read through applet. Hacking would be very, very easy, isn't it? And even spoiling, damaging the files when the right operation is provided. So understanding this risk, applets are not given this facility. Clear? Last one. Applications have no special support in HTML for embedding or downloading. Whereas applets can be embedded in HTML pages and downloaded over the internet. Actually, web pages are there. Within web pages, any Java applet can be embedded. Embedded means it can be placed inside, fixed inside. Fine, and it can be easily transmitted because web pages travel everywhere, and from the web pages you can even download that code anywhere. Clear? Yeah. Now done. 5 marks question. So we have finished 2 marks definition and 5 marks differentiation. Next, sometimes they ask you steps involved in developing and testing applets. Exam point of view, theory rarely asked, but practical point of view, you should have a knowledge of this. What are the steps to create applet? First of all, you should write applet program and save it as .java. Applets also have the same extension as .java. Second step, compile. What do you mean by create executable file? Compile it. Your class file gets ready. Fine. So compiling is there. How do you compile? JavaC and program. Then design a web page using HTML tags. How many of you know HTML tags? They were not there for your syllabus, right? So you're not expected to know. Don't worry, those who do not know. Here we are not going to learn much about HTML, but just a sample thing I will show you. So applets, for applet, there are 2 steps. One, you create Java file, compile it, just take that class file name, put it in HTML code, create separate file with the extension .html, and which one you have to actually display HTML file. This is one. Another step which is done for your temporary execution is, this is the actual way, HTML files are created and class files are embedded there. Names are embedded. Actually, what you will be doing is, you will write a Java file. Within that program, applet program itself, on top, you will write small applet tag. Tags are nothing but special lines which are embedded in angular brackets, which are enclosed in angular brackets. All your web pages are prepared using HTML, hypertext markup language. HTML is a special language to create web pages which is made up of many tags. Tags are angular brackets. Fine, there are predefined tags. You are going to learn it in your 5th semester when you will have web programming. I think you have that subject. Clear? Yeah. So those tags are there. What is the second method? Write a Java program, that is applet, and then when you compile there only you are going to embed applet tags. That is easy, isn't it? So what are that? That we'll see later. Prepare applet tag, incorporate applet tag into the web page, testing the applet code. Fine, these are the steps. How to create applet. Which two packages are important? I have told you. First is java.aid. What is the full form? Abstract Window Toolkit. Remember, most probable question for Viva. Everywhere they ask. What does AWT stand for? Abstract Window Toolkit. Fine. So java.awt. Java should be written in small case. Remember, all package names are in small case. What is it? It's a special package, contains graphics elements. All output operations of the applets are performed using the method defined in the graphic class. Even your, what is the output statement in Java application? How do you print message in Java application? System.out.println. Here it is not so. Here you will be using graphics class ka methods. To display a message, it is draw string. Which method you are going to use? Draw string. Whose method it is? That method belongs to which class? Graphics class. Are you there in the class? Mentally? Little distractions will not make, will confuse you. Sit down. Where were we? Graphics class. How do we print a message in applet? Draw string method. Which that method belongs to which class? Graphics. It's a non-static method. What is the difference between static method and non-static method? Static methods are called using the class name. Non-static method must be called using objects. So everywhere you will have to create object of graphics class. That is created in the definition of that method itself. How? That we'll see. Clear? Yeah. Pay attention. Don't tear it. I just need a pick of those numbers. That's all every time. Yeah. So clear with AWT why it is required? Because all output statements in applet are going to be used using this graphics class. Second package you require is java.applet. Remember, applet is a package as well as applet is a class also. There is a applet class which is there inside applet package. How do you differentiate between package name and class name? Class names will always begin with uppercase. Fine. So applet class name is A capital, whereas applet package is A small. Clear? Yeah. So which package you're going to import? Java.applet. And then it will have methods such as init, start, paint. As your thread ka start method. Fine. Here also you have methods like init, start, paint. Most important here is paint and init for you. Paint is a method which will actually paint in the sense will actually display whatever you have to display. You will be writing in the paint method. Understood? Yeah. And whatever variable initializations you have to do, that you will be doing in init method. So which two methods are important? Init and paint. Others are also important, but they will be called automatically. Start, stop will be called automatically. Clear? Yeah. Now this is the structure of JavaApplet. Two import statements compulsory. Which are those? Java.awt and Java.applet. Dot star indicates all the classes in that package. Asterisk. Semicolons are required. Then class name is as usual. And always applets are public. Why? Because they have to be used everywhere. They have to be used globally. So public class, whatever class name, all the classes or all the programs which are supposed to be applet, they must extend applet class. Because applet defines some of the methods which are defined in which class? Applet class. So every applet program, whatever you want to write, must extend applet class. Now here it should be capital. If you write it small, you will get an error. Clear? Understood? Yeah. Inside that class, you don't have main method. Instead, what you have? Public void paint. Paint has a parameter of the type graphics. So G is a reference here, similar to object. You're going to use that reference to call all the methods of graphics class. So this now you have to by heart. As you have by hearted public static void main, now it is public void paint inside bracket graphics G. Again graphics is a class name, so G uppercase. This can be anything. G, D, H, whatever you want, but convention is G. Now, here will go your applet code, then two brackets to close. We also have a sample program. Fine. Applet code to draw the string, hello. Draw in the sense, display the string, hello. Two import statements. Ignore this line right now. What is the class name? Hello app. Extends applet. We are going to display hello, which will be displayed inside paint method. How do we display? G dot draw string. Remember, all the methods always start with small case, but if they contain words, two words without space, they will be clubbed together, and second word will begin with uppercase. So draw string ka S should be uppercase. What are the parameters of draw string? It has three parameters. Draw string has three parameters. First parameter is the message to be displayed. Second parameter is the x value, x coordinate. And third is the y coordinate. You know what is meant by x coordinate? X will give you the left hand side distance or top side distance. X means what? X means horizontal. So it will give you 200 means it is the number of pixels. You want to have the distance 200 pixels from the left side within that window there. But from top where? Because left side 200 means that entire straight line anywhere. But exactly from top where? The y value. What is the y value? 100. Fine. So 100 means somewhere here. So here it will display hello. So what are the three parameters of draw string? The message, that is the string parameter. String int. String means the message which you want to display. Second integer is x coordinate, y. Understood this? Yeah. Remember, exam point of view, again important question. They will ask you methods of graphics class. One of the method is draw string. When you write methods, you are expected to write three things. One, the method name correctly with open and close bracket. Usage. Usage means the use. What is the use of draw string? Display a message. Fine. Then second thing what you are supposed to write is syntax. Syntax will include the parameters, the data type of parameter. So what is the syntax? G dot draw string, string message, comma, int x, comma, int y. This is the syntax. Third thing is important as example. Example means you need not write the whole applet. You have to write this line. What? G dot draw string hello, because it's a string parameter. So enclosed in double quotes. Second is x coordinate, third is y. Clear with that? Fine. So clear with this? Okay, shall I execute and show? I think that will be enough for today. Yeah, one more thing. Now, as I told you, there are two ways, either to write this, compile it with this, what name? Hello app.java. Fine, JavaC command. Class file will get ready with the same name. Then include that class file in a HTML page. Or second alternate is here in the same program, include applet tag within comments. Actually, it's a question which even I wonder. When it is put in comments, what difference does it make to the program? But program will recognize if you include or when you exclude it. It will not execute when you don't write. Clear? Understood? Although it is put inside the comment. How does the comment start? Slash star, star slash. See, this is the applet code. Applet tag. Applet, all the tags are enclosed in angular brackets. So can you see here? Always remember, okay, let me take the new file and show you the tags. Tags normally contain pairs like this. This is the beginning tag. It will contain something and it will have closing tag. Closing tags are always, closed with forward slash. So do you understand? This is beginning tag, opening tag, and this is closing tag. Fine. Now, again, these are the tags. Every tag contains some of the attributes. Attributes means special values. It's like every class contains some properties. So there are attributes to some of the tags. So there are three attributes of applet tag we are going to use. And attributes should be written inside the starting or you can say opening tag, but before you close that angular bracket. Isn't it the opening tag? This is the opening tag, right? So in the opening tag, before you close angular bracket, you will be writing those attributes. And closing tag is different. Clear? So what are those attributes? Three attributes you are going to use. One is class. Every attribute is associated with a value. Class is a parameter to which you have to add a value. So in front of class, you will be adding a class name. Preferably write it in double quotes, but even without double quote, it works. You know, HTML is little lenient language. Why? Because internet programming is not very strict about syntaxes. That doesn't mean applet will execute anyhow. Fine, applet is Java. Yeah, that's why even if you skip double quote, it will work. But preferably to differentiate the value and the attribute, put it in double quote. Second attribute we are going to use is width equals to some value, and then height equal to some value. Clear? So these three things we are going to enclose in every program, but you should always write it in comments. So let us see here. What is our class name? After we compile it, it will become hello app.class. So here you are supposed to write, I'm sorry. What is the attribute there? Code. I said, class. It is actually code, but you have to put a class name there. So code is the attribute. Code equal to hello app.class. Sometimes even if you write hello app.java, that is also fine. It will take. Clear? Width 500. Height 300. Why so big? Because they are pixels. Pixels are too small. They are not like centimeters and meters there. Fine. So this is our applet. Now let me take this. I think I already have it, but same code. I might have that hello app. So I will just make it as 2 here. Fine. How should I save this file? Now, how do you execute it? First, You have to compile it. Now you don't have to say Java here, because it will be Java means it will search for the main method. Fine. So we are going to execute it in applet viewer, VIEWER. Remember the command. Same now. There is some error it is giving. Number format expectation. Yeah, I think that double quote it's giving error because I copied it from Word to here. Na? Whatever characters we give in Word, na, if you copy paste, it will give error. Anyway, applet looks like this. Fine. It couldn't be started because of the errors. Let me quickly correct those. Okay, time being, let's remove it because it is also possible to execute it without. See, whatever is there in the comment, we thought it is unexecutable here, but your compiler is reading here, isn't it? This is our applet. 200 and 100, can you see the difference? Left side is little double of than the top. Fine. You may ask me how to change the font and all. Again, you'll have to make use of those methods. It's not easy directly there, change the font. However, font you may change there, it will not affect here. Fine. So output font has to be, even you can make a background color. We are going to create many symbols here. Last time, I think during one of the Magnum events, in coding, there was one round wherein people were supposed to create WhatsApp emojis using our applets. So you have methods to draw a circle, to draw a curve. So all emojis you can draw because circle is there then, but exact coordinate you have to understand. Clear? Yeah, I know. So shall we stop here now? Yeah. Give your attendance, those who are attending online.